Okay, so while I realize that it is not Halloween, it is nowhere near close, it is freaking June 17th. Um, I have been wanting to see this video. It is the Zombies versus Hillbillies, Survivor, Voice Play versus Home Free. Now, this will be my first time hearing Home Free. I have not heard anything from them before. I wasn't watching the sing off when Home Free was on it. I think I only remember watching Sing Off when Pentatonics was on it. So I've vaguely heard Pentatonics, but I do not know Home Free. So this will be my first introduction to it as I'm curious. I'm curious to see how this will go. By the way, if anyone has any suggestions for like a good screen recording program for a Mac, that would be good. I right now I pair my iPad and right now I'm using my computer camera because I think it's actually better than my phone camera. Better in terms of it records a nicer picture. The phone is nice, but it is small and it's better for like on the go type stuff. The computer camera I think works better. So if anyone has any suggestions for good software, I'm wary of like trying out a bunch of software and having it like corrupt my computer. So I want to make sure that I'm doing a good one and one that people use. So if anyone has any suggestions, please let me know. But here we go. Oh, hang on. Headphones. Because you cannot listen to a voice play song, and I'm betting a home free song, without headphones. You just don't get the full experience. So let's do this. And of course, the headphones connected to my computer and not my iPad. So let's get that done. Goodness gracious.
Now that you're out of my life, I'm so much better. Thought that I'd be weak without you, but I'm stronger. Thought that I'd be broke without you, but I'm richer. Thought that I'd be sad without you. I love hard.
You thought I wouldn't grow without you, now I'm wiser. You thought that I'd be helpless without you, but I'm smarter. You thought that I'd be stressed without you, but I'm chilling. Thought I wouldn't sell without you, sold my million. I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up.
Oh my god. This is hilarious. The hillbillies are like it's like oh I think it was no I think it okay so I listened to some like skits growing up and one of them was Bill Cosby and the other one was a Christian artist named Carmen and I think it was Carmen I was thinking about but one of them described how their sisters fight and they go like this. That's kind of how the hillbillies were doing it, and it was hilarious. And then when the hillbillies were singing, they had it like a little peppier and a little countryer, and it was like you could see the zombies like hating it, and it was hurting their ears and everything. And that was hilarious. And then the hillbillies have a frying pan, and I'm like, tangled. It should be cast iron for that, but still, who knew? So anyway, let's continue.
I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. I will survive. Keep on surviving.
I couldn't breathe without.
Okay, I'm sorry to pause so soon again. I might rewind it just so we can get the full thing. But I was thinking about the members of VoicePlay and how I kind of don't recognize many of them. I'm so used to seeing Earl with a beard that it's weird to see him clean shaven. Ellie is always Ellie. Same thing with Lane. Jeff looks very different to me for some reason. I a part of it I think might be the makeup and the fact that he's got the short hair combining together, but I don't know what it is. He just looks very different. I don't. It's so strange. And then this hillbilly here with the big old teeth still singing. That's awesome. Anyway, let's rewind it. Yeah, like Ellie is always going to be Ellie. I'd point on the screen, but actually, you know what? There we go. So Ellie is always Ellie. Same thing with Lane. And Earl, yeah, he's got the clean shaven face and it looks so strange. Um her, I know I've seen her in some of the sing off videos, and I think she was in a few after that, but I don't really remember. And I think that's Tony back there. I don't know. But anyway, let's play it.
I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it, I will survive. Keep on surviving.
I couldn't breathe without you, I'm inhaling. Thought I couldn't see without your perfect vision. Thought I couldn't last without you, but I'm lasting. Thought that I would die without you, but I'm living.
Thought that I would fail without you, but I'm on top. Thought it would be over by now, but it won't stop. Thought that I would self-destruct, but I'm still here. Even in my years to come, I'm still gonna be here.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive. Keep on surviving, hey!
I'm wishing you the best. Pray that you are blessed, bringing much success, no stress, and lots of happiness.
Oh my god. Jeff and his bass. Oh. If both Jeff and I were not married, I'd be like, marry me. But, he's married, I'm married. Like, it just wouldn't work. Plus, we live on opposite sides of the country. But, oh man, his bass. I love his bass. And the hillbilly, let's see if I can here. The hillbilly with the big teeth here. I don't know who this is. Like, the only one I recognize is Rob, and that's because he was in another video with VoicePlay. But this hillbilly here, his voice is amazing. I love it. I might have to dive into some home free stuff a little bit later. And Ellie, man, Ellie, I actually wanna rewind a little to, yeah, Ellie just rocked his part of it. I love it, man. Jeff looks freaking terrifying here. Holy cow. What is that? Let's see. Hang on. There we go. Lane too. Lane also looks terrifying. She looks angry, but he looks like a monster. No, he looks like the werewolf and the vampire from This Is Halloween. Had a child. Like, he looks a lot like that vampire, but there's also a little bit more to it. So, yeah, he looks amazing and terrifying, as does he. This is crazy. Okay, I need to rewind some more. I love how Rob's standing there with his frying pan, like it's gonna save him. It's so sweet. I love it. Okay, let's start from here.
I'm living.
Thought that I would fail without you, but I'm on top.
Yeah, this part is amazing. Sorry, I had to pause that real quick and say that again. We'll click back and do it because it was just, I love Ellie's voice and I love him in this.
Thought I couldn't last without you, but I'm lasting. Thought that I would die without you, but I'm living.
Thought that I would fail without you, but I'm on top. Thought it would be over by now, but it won't stop. Thought that I would self-destruct, but I'm still here. Even in my years to come, I'm still gonna be here.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive. Keep on surviving, hey!
I'm wishing you the best. Pray that you are blessed, bringing much success, no stress, and lots of happiness.
I'm better than that.
I'm not gonna bless you on the radio.
I'm better than that.
I'm not gonna lie to you, baby.
I'm better than that. I'm not gonna hate you in the magazines, cause my zombie tell me better than that.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder.
I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive.
Keep on surviving.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give
Oh my gosh. Jeff sounded so country there, and the way Home Free was like, "Huh? Are you taking our side?" That was awesome. I love the little note changes they've made to the song to make it their own on both sides. It's really well done.
I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna keep on surviving. Hey!
Oh gosh, oh, that's a zombie. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it feels good. No, it hurts. Ow.
Oh my gosh, that end. It was both saddening and hilarious. Oh gosh, that's a zombie. Oh no. That was hilarious. Okay. So that was really good. And I think I'm just gonna leave it as like this one reaction for that. And then I think we'll also switch to this is all my to watch later stuff. Um, I think I'm gonna switch to the 21 Pilots mashup. And I'm not overly familiar with 21 Pilots off the top of my head. I might have heard a song or several songs, honestly. I might have heard several of them, but I do not, like, if you ask me to right now, could not name a single one. So this is interesting. And the fact that he's plugging Lane in is cool. I wonder if he's going to plug in the entire group or if it's just Lane. And if it's just Lane, that's so fascinating because it's kind of commenting on the fact that Lane is a master with the beatbox and the sounds he makes just sound straight off of a soundboard and not from his mouth. So I'm curious to see which way that's going to go. Hold on. Okay. So let's see how this one turns out. Let's make sure. Yep. Still recording. Okay, cool. So. Oh.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow.
Okay. I definitely know this song. And they're all plugged in. So it's like Hugo Schneider is controlling them, which is interesting. And not entirely wrong. Like, when it comes to writing a song, it is the songwriter who controls what these singers do because they are the ones who are putting these words and putting these notes into this work. And so the singer is the instrument. They are the one who is just working off of the script. And some singers, a lot of them, the really good ones, probably improvise. But for the most part, it is the composer and the songwriter who is controlling the singer and telling them what to do. So that's interesting. I'm going to rewind it and start again just because I want to get the full feel. And yeah, I'm still not used to the fact that it records like mirror. I hate it. Anyway, all right, let's start this again.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow.
I wish I found some better sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice to sing some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that is new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure and I care what people think.
I'm going to rewind it a little bit, but the texture that Ellie is putting in his voice is so good. To me, it sounds almost kind of like a mimicry of sorts because I do know this song and I know the one that I know the Heathens and I know this other one. And so it sounds like in his own way, Ellie is mimicking the sound that the original singer is making when they go through those um, words, which is pretty good. And I love Kurt on the I think that's a bass guitar, and Jeff is going with the notes. That's amazing because honestly, every time Jeff hits a lot of his notes, he sounds like a bass guitar. And in the boy bands in 5 minutes, when they're doing the Beatles, hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. Jeff is standing there and he's doing this with the guitar while he's singing his notes because he's the bass. And I'm like, you know what? That is the most accurate thing I have ever seen for Jeff. That is the most accurate acting I've ever seen. So anyway, that was a small tangent, but yes, it was. This is interesting. Let's see how it goes.
Sing some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that is new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure and I care what people think.
My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. Now we're stressed out.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow.
Now we're stressed out.
Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse.
Oh, oh, oh. I just wanna stay in the sun where I find. I know it's hard sometimes. Pieces of peace in the sun's peace of mind. I know it's hard sometimes. Oh, 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 oh. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride.
Taking my time on my ride. Taking my
Watch it.
ride.
I should have known they were going to do something because they focused in on Jeff. So that should have been my first hint that he was going to do something like that. Those every time they sneak in stuff like that, it always gets me, and I love it. But I really love the way they're going along with this theme of they are machines and Kurt is the one who is doing everything. The lighting points this out really well because you can see the spotlight here. You can see the spotlight on Kurt. So this is showing that he's the one doing it. And then you've got these lights over here, which highlight these guys and make seeing them easier. But it is clear that this is where our focus is supposed to go. And that is nice. And I'm actually going to rewind a little bit. Was it here?
It's hard sometimes. Oh, 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 oh. I just wanna stay in the sun where I find. I know it's hard sometimes. Pieces of peace in the sun's peace of mind.
You don't know the half of the abuse.
Oh, oh, oh. I just wanna stay in the sun where I find. I know.
You
Blurry face
There it is.
and
I
I
found
care
it.
what you think. It's blurry face and I care what you think.
Okay, first, I did want to talk about Earl and his care what you think. The way he just kind of flatlines that last bit is different, but it's also kind of there's no emotion in it. And so even though the words are saying I care what you think, his tone suggests he really does not. Which to be successful in a lot of things, you have to have a thick skin. And so that makes complete sense. But I liked the way that Jeff, after doing his notes, kind of winds down like an automaton. So let's watch that.
My name's
Right there.
blurry face and I care what you think. Now we're stressed out.
all my friends are
Come back to
heathens.
life. That is such a good play on the theme and a good way to point it out without making it obvious. And I say without making it obvious because I know there is pretty much an army of Jeff Castellucci fans out there. And, you know, as Vice Play people will definitely throw down if someone tries to mess with Jeff. But I can't imagine that out of their almost 2 million followers, all of us are focusing on Jeff. So, especially like I'm pretty sure that that is a quiet callback to the theme in this, and that is really well done.
Take it slow.
Now we're stressed out.
Wait for them to ask you who you know.
And the way Jeff is moving, and he goes like this and freezes. And freezes. That is also a good, like, he is taken this theme to heart. It's so good.
Don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse.
Oh, oh, oh. I just wanna stay in the sun where I'm fine. I know it's hard sometimes. Pieces of peace in the sun's peace of mind. I know it's hard sometimes. Oh, 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 oh. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride.
Taking my time on my ride. Taking my
Watch it.
ride.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. 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 All my friends are
I need to rehear that, but I was thinking about how both Lane and Jeff have the plugs at their neck. Ellie's is in his head. And I'm wondering why it's different. I've been staring at Earl trying to figure out where his is, and I haven't been able to see it yet. But sorry, Jeff. Sorry, we're pausing it here. But yeah, the plug is here on him and Lane, but not in Ellie, which is interesting. Ellie's is in the back of the head. So I'm curious why that is.
Watch it. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. 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 All my friends are heathens.
Stressed out. Wait for them to ask you who you. I don't want to know. Now we're stressed
Please
out.
don't make any sudden moves.
Any sudden
You don't know the half of the abuse.
Oh, now we're stressed out.
Play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we'd fly it far away. Used to dream about outer space, but now they're laughing at our face, saying, "Wake up, you need to make money." Used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we'd fly it far away. Used to dream about outer space, but now they're laughing at our face.
Interesting. Okay, so I figured out Earl's is in his arm. And I'm not sure I get it. So if anyone has the answers to that, please let me know. That bit where Ellie and Jeff were it was sounding like there was a mechanical malfunction was done so well. This was a very interesting video. Well, I don't think there's anything else after it.
What's up, guys? This is
Yeah,
Kurt, and
so
that was
that was it for that one. And it was very like okay, interesting. I am sorry, I'm multitasking because I need to get this onto my computer. But yeah, that was interesting. I think I enjoyed Survivor more. But I'm glad I watched the 21 Pilots one. That was interesting as well. So let's get this edited and let's get it posted.